If you saw him by face, immediately you would remember him from the sensational 1993 science fiction action film, Jurassic Park. But Jeffrey Lynn Goldblum, professionally known as Jeff Goldblum, has starred in some of the highest-grossing movies of his time, such as Independence Day and Guardians of the Galaxy. Besides a thriving film career, Goldblum has made appearances in sitcoms such as Will and Grace and Law, Order: Criminal Intent, Starsky and Hutch, The Simpsons, and the 2007 police procedural show Reigns. In addition, the caliber of actors he has collaborated with is a testament to his performing talent, such as Will Smith, Bill Pullman, Samuel L. Jackson, Geena Davis, Damon Wayans, and Jim Carrey, to name a select few. Here are Jeff Goldblum's 10 highest-grossing movies of his career by rank. There's nothing more impressive than the last part of a movie trilogy to a legendary film that supersedes its predecessors more than 20 years later. Jurassic Park easily left its mark as one of the most massive blockbusters of the 1990s. Fast forward 25 years later to 2018, and Jeff Goldblum manages to reprise his role as mathematician and chaos theorist Dr. Ian Malcolm in the Jurassic World sequel, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. When a volcanic eruption threatens the extinction of the remaining dinosaurs on Isla Nublar, Dr. Ian Malcolm believes they should be allowed to perish by the natural disaster to correct the wrongful cloning of the creatures. However, he must contend with dinosaur activist and founder of the Dinosaur Protection Group, Claire Dearing Bryce Dallas Howard. Accompanied on her mission to save the last remaining velociraptor is Navy veteran and former velociraptor handler, Owen Grady, Chris Pratt. The film was grossed a whopping $1.310 billion worldwide at the box office, making it the 12th highest-grossing film of all time. There are certain movies that, no matter how many installments are made, can never beat the original. 1993's Jurassic Park is one of those movies. Based on the science fiction novel of the same name written by Michael Crichton, the film is set on the fictional island of Isla Nebula off the coast of Costa Rica, a theme park featuring cloned dinosaurs that were once extinct. The island was built by a wealthy businessman, John Hammond, Richard Attenborough, and the backing of genetic scientists. But when a velociraptor devours its handler, Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum, Dr. Alan Grant, Sam Neill, and Dr. Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern are called in to assess the park's safety. However, when the park's lead computed programmer, Dennis Nedry Wayne Knight, is bribed by one of Hammond's rivals, he intends to deactivate the park's security system, loose the dinosaurs, and watch them kill the remaining inhabitants in the park. The film is regarded as a sci-fi classic and grossed $1.045 billion globally. Guardians of the Galaxy can go down as one of the most exciting multi-character joint superhero ventures since Marvel's X-Men film series. The movie's sequel, Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2, follows the film's main character, Peter Quill / Star-Lord, and his team of official Galaxy Guardians, namely Gamora, Dax, Rocket, and Baby Groot, as they are attacked by the sovereign race leader, Ayesha, for stealing valuable batteries. However, they are protected by Ego, who announces himself as Quill's father. Michael Rooker is unable to kill Quill when ordered by Ayesha, as he has raised him as a child. Quill and Rocket build a bomb using the special batteries and attach it to Ego's brain at the core of his planet to end him once and for all. Goldblum also had a cameo as the Grandmaster. The film made $869 million at the box office sales. The year 2017 was a huge year for Marvel Studios as they released Thor Ragnarok along with Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2. What's more is that Jeff Goldblum makes an appearance in both financially successful films as the same character. Chris Hemsworth famously reprises his role as Thor in the film installment. In this film episode, Thor frees himself after being imprisoned by a fire demon named Surtur. He defeats Surtur, retrieves his crown, and returns to Asgard to find his brother Loki in place of his father, Odin. Hoping to alter the catastrophic prophecy of Ragnarok, he located the estranged Odin in Norway, who is patiently awaiting death. Odin reveals that his death will release his firstborn child, Hela, from imprisonment. Goldblum reprises his role as the Grandmaster, the ruler of the planet Sakaar, where he enslaves Thor and forces him to fight the Hulk. With action-packed fight scenes and foreseeable suspense, the film grossed $850.4 million worldwide. When a series of bizarre events begin taking place all over the world simultaneously, it becomes clear that the world is in for a rude awakening from forces beyond our galaxy. The threat is an alien mothership that arrives on Earth on July 2nd, deploying smaller craft all over the world with a mandate to destroy every living by July 4th, Independence Day. Hence the name of the film, Independence Day. David Levinson, an MIT-trained satellite technician, decodes a signal sent to the Earth's satellites, describing the aliens' timeline to attack Earth. Defense Secretary Albert Nimzicki reveals that a faction of the American government has withheld UFO conspiracies since the 1947 Roswell crash, and now the aliens plan to rid the Earth of human life and strip it of its resources. Other star celebrities cast in the film are Will Smith, Vivica A. Fox, and Bill Pullman. The film was a sci-fi success, grossing $817.4 million at the box office. Following the massive success of Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park in 1993, it took only 4 years before the sequel was made in 1997, The Lost World. Jurassic Park would again capture the attention of its audience. The story of the genetically engineered dinosaurs continues as a British family docks a yacht near Isla Sorna, unaware of the creature's presence. The daughter of the family is attacked, sparking a discussion between John Hammond and Dr. Ian Malcolm. Hammond's nephew, Peter Ludlow, takes control of Hammond's company InGen, and together with a team of mercenaries, Dieter Stark, Roland Tembo, and Ajay Sidhu, decide to save the bankrupt InGen by capturing dinosaur specimens from the park to return to San Diego, where another dinosaur park is underway. Malcolm is convinced to return to the island only to retrieve his girlfriend, Dr. Sarah Harding. Together they fight to stop Ludlow's plans to ship the dinosaurs abroad. A compelling storyline combined with a great cast caused the film to gross $618.6 million. As mentioned earlier, when it comes to certain classic films, no number of reboots can ever come close to the original. This was the case with Independence Day, Resurgence in 2016. While the film was not a box office bomb, one of the main characters, Will Smith, was missing in action. Jeff Goldblum, however, reprised his role as David Levinson, the director of Earth Space Defense, ESD, a global defense program, which serves as an early warning to Earth of impending danger. After learning of a landed alien saucer that was attempting to send a signal to the mothership, Levinson surmises that the aliens have formed a collective consciousness with very powerful people, such as former U.S. President Thomas Whitmore, Bill Pullman. Against the orders of the United Nations Security Council, Jake Morris, Liam Hemsworth, and Charlie Miller, Travis Tope. They must band together to stop a queen mothership from sucking Earth's natural resources. On a budget of $165 million, the film grossed $389.7 million. Released by DreamWorks Pictures in 1998, Prince of Egypt is revered as one of the best animated musical drama films surrounding the famous biblical recording of the life of Moses in the Book of Exodus. The film gives an account of the miraculous life of Moses, Val-Kilmer, who was sent to deliver the enslaved Hebrew people from the oppression of Pharaoh Seti in ancient Egypt at a time when Pharaoh orders a mass genocide of all male-born infants to stop the growth of the Hebrew people. Defying Pharaoh's command, Moses' mother, Yashived, Afraheza, places Moses in a basket down the River Nile, where he is found by Queen Tuya, Helen Mirren, Seti's wife. Moses goes on to be trained in all the Egyptian customs and becomes a prince in Egypt alongside his adoptive brother, Ramses Ralphiens. After witnessing the harsh treatment of the Hebrew people, he murders an Egyptian guard, goes on the run, and returns to deliver the Hebrew people from the oppression of Pharaoh in the ultimate showdown between God's power and Pharaoh's magic. Jeff Goldblum plays the role of Moses' brother Aaron. The Prince of Egypt grossed $218.6 million globally. Jeff Goldblum can do it all as an actor. Whether it be adult, family, or child content, he's the man for the role. In 2001, he starred as Professor Charles Brody in the animal comedy Cats and Dogs. In the film, regular household cats and dogs are depicted as tech-savvy rivals with superior intelligence engaged in an age-old war. Professor Brody is creating a vaccine that cures human allergies to dogs. The cats, led by Mr. Tinkle's Sean Hayes, are resistant to the release of such an abomination and plan to steal Professor Brody's research and reverse its effects by making all humans allergic to dogs, essentially conquering the world. But when Professor Brody's wife, Carolyn Elizabeth Perkins, adopts a beagle named Lou Tobey Maguire, he and an Anatolian shepherd named Butch, Alec Baldwin, led the army of dogs in resistance against the cats. Supported by a cast of great voiceover actors, the film grossed $200.7 million worldwide. After the release of 20th Century Studios' Boss Baby, which was a massive success at the box office, grossing $528 million worldwide, the sequel was introduced in 2021, titled Boss Baby 2: Family Business. It's been 4 years since the arrival of the family's new member, Ted Templeton, Alec Baldwin, the Boss Baby. Since then, his older brother Tim, Tobey Maguire, has come to appreciate his younger brother's genius mind and his adult disposition, despite being an infant. Tim is now married and has become a father, and Ted is a hedge fund CEO. Tim now has 2 daughters, Tabitha, Ariana Greenblatt, and their new infant Tina, Amy Sedaris. It turns out that Tina is a boss baby, just as Ted once was, and she collaborates with him to foil the evil plot of Tabitha's school principal, Dr. Irwin Armstrong, Jeff Goldblum, which will turn her parents into mindless zombies with a new app. The film grossed a total of $146.6 million at the box office. So, that was all for this video. You can also tell us your topic for our next video. And as always, thanks for watching.